Arun, in EBS Artol, we will not be able to load it through Excel sheet, right? It was
Yeah, we
either
will not
manual or
be.
data loader.
Yeah, yes. We cannot load through Excel sheet. We should load only through this data loader. Okay, so basically we don't have any values for this particular value set. So let me add a value for the company segment. Okay, so the manual addition is very simple that we query our value set and we will get the result, and from here manage values. Simply we can click add and we can add the values. So this is manual way of doing it. So this we can do it for basically the department and company where the values will be limited below 50 or something. But the account codes combination we will have basically more than at least 200. So basically we cannot load the values, or we cannot have a manual entry. So that is the reason we have an option of loading it through Excel sheet, where we had an option in EBS called data loader. So what we will do is that we will load the values in the particular template, and then we will load in our front-end application. So similar activity, but this is kind of an easy way of doing it. So this template basically I have downloaded from Oracle repository. So I'll just explain what it is and how to update the sheet and all those things. So if we see the introduction page where they will speak about the overview, and they will speak about the preparation of the data, so how to do it, and they will also explain about the validations and loading the data and these things. So after we complete our data part, we will have to click generate CSV. So what this will do is that this will basically create our Excel sheet as an CSV file. So we will take this particular CSV file and we will load into front-end application, where system will process through this UCM, and this will pick the file and it will put into interface, and through this concurrent program system will update this in our base table. So we will see each step how it is being done. So basically, if you see here, we have the value set code. So value set code is nothing but our value set that we created. So the one which we created is just a minute. So it should be KKACC. So this is what we have created. And then we have values. Values is nothing but our account code. So that is starting from 1000. And then we have start date and we have end date. Then we have the summary flag. Summary flag is nothing but
Arun, sorry to interrupt.
yeah.
Are you sharing screen? Because I'm seeing only that ledger screen apart from the review screen.
Okay, sorry, just a minute. Let me share it. Yeah, is it visible now?
Yeah, it's visible now.
Okay. Okay, maybe I'll start over. So if you see here, So we have the introduction part, that is that it will give an overview about this particular Excel sheet. So the reason for having this overview is that it will differ from each template to template. That is, we have this particular template for supplier, we have for customer, we have for invoice. Similarly, we have for the loading the value sets also. So it will basically give an overview or the idea about it, and also it will speak about the preparing the data for these values, and it will just give an overview how to verify and all those things. So after we load our data, so what we have to do is that we have to click this button called generate CSV. So what this will do is that this will generate this particular Excel sheet as an CSV file. So it will be saved in our local drive, and while running the report, to import this particular values, we will pick this file, I mean the CSV file, and we will attach an import program, so that the data will be moved from our local drive to our interface table through UCM, and from there it is being moved to base table. So this is the
Okay.
process. It will happen behind the screen. We will see each process how it is happening.
Yeah, Arun. 1 second. So related to
Yeah,
this Fusion application, this is 11G release 13. What is that means? Is it
it is
something like a
R13.
version name?
R13.
R13. And what about this 11G application 11G? Is it a database or something like that? Or
It is database basically. If you take on real time, it is 12C, but this vision instance, we have taken only the 11G part actually. This is not
okay,
the latest one. So
okay,
application, if
okay.
you see, it is R13.
R13. Okay, fine, fine. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so this is about the introduction part, and the next tab we can see the values to be loaded. So if you see here, we have the value set code is what we created. So that is AKK account segment. So let me update for all. Okay, so the next value that we have is that account code numbering system. So we have started from 1,000 and we have ended with 9 series. So just an usual series that we are following. And then we have the start date and end date. Then we have the summary flag. So summary flag is nothing but to inform the system that this particular value is a parent value. And then we have enable flag. Enable flag is to enable this to have a transaction. And account type is nature of account and allow posting. So we have to select this particular button. Unless we select this, basically we'll be able to transfer the data from subledgers to GL, but we will not be able to post this transaction. Then we have allow budgeting. Allow budgeting is to enable this account to have budgeting. And then we have third-party control account. So third-party control account is again, this is similar to our EBS environment, where we have if we wanted to set a restriction to have the supplier reference or the customer reference, or if you wanted to restrict the manual JV, that we can give by clicking this R. So similar feature. So I'm just giving no. Then we have a reconciliation flag if you wanted to have account level reconciliation. Even this I'm selecting as no. And then we have financial category. The financial category is something, let's say we are selecting retained earnings. So where we will have financial category as in retained earnings. Similarly, we will have the list of categories for each accounts. And then we have description of accounts. So for example, indirect sales. So this is one description of account. So others are like the what do we call the optional fields. So I'm just leaving as it is. So maybe I'll share this template after the class, so you can also have this for testing. So so this is what we have it in segment values. And the next thing what we have is that the hierarchy part. So here, if you see, here we have the tree and root concept. So tree is nothing but a parent value, and root is nothing but a child of it. So if you see here, we have 10th level of parent. So I'm not taking all this values, but if we wanted to have, we can have even the 10th level of parent and child relationship.
If I have two level of parents, so what are the values which we need to populate here?
So if we have two parent in the sense, we have a child value. For this child value, we have parent, and for this parent, we have another parent, right?
Exactly. So which means parent number two will be a child value. Parent number one will be the parent of that child, and that value will be the actual parent.
No, actually, this is child, and parent one
Okay.
is parent of this child, and parent two is parent of parent
Parent
number
one
one.
child.
Yeah.
Okay. Which okay, fine, fine. I got it. I thought in a different other way. Okay, fine.
Okay. So let me change this value set.
Is it mandatory to fill this, or if I don't want child and parent relationship, do we need this GL segment hierarchy, or
Yeah, this is set up as a mandatory basically. If we don't want to have parent and child, we will
Mhm.
just give the values here.
Okay, okay.
So we haven't taken the parent child concept as well, but we are still filling up the values. So let's create a tree structure, and maybe we can update the tree structure in the Excel sheet. So basically, I'm not creating a new structure. So I'm just
Okay.
using the structure which is the seeded one.
Are you changed the screen, or you are still in that Excel only?
Oh, sorry. I changed the screen just a minute.
Okay, okay.
Are you able to see the screen?
Yeah, now we're able to see.
Okay. Yeah, sorry for that. Okay. So basically, if you see here, we are just creating an tree structure, and we are creating the tree version of it. So to create the tree structure, I'm not using this since we will have to give the what do you call the mappings and all those things. So I'm just taking it, the seeded one which was given by Oracle. So that is accounting flex field hierarchy. So with this, I'm creating the tree and tree version. So we have two values here. So we will have to attach our value set. So this will come when we have the what do we call the communication between the application, where we will have the data source and all those things. Since we don't have those options to connect, I'm just using the standard one. So let me click next. So we have created a structure called KK tree. Okay. So let me update the tree code and tree version name for all the values that we are trying to load.
Okay. Do we need to place this file somewhere, or by in desktop itself we can keep and you can load?
Yeah, we can keep desktop itself for any specific folder. We don't have any requirement on that.
Okay. Only when loading we have to take from that particular
Yeah,
location,
yes.
correct?
Yeah, we will just give the location where we have stored it. Okay, so now I have loaded the values. So let me click generate CSV. So let me create an new folder. So this will save me both the values and the hierarchies. So earlier one was saved as an value. So this is hierarchy. So after loading this, system will create this as an one CSV. So I'll add a folder called maybe final, and I'll load these values or create the CSV and put it into this particular folder.
Okay.
Okay, now the CSV file has been generated. So now let's try to load these values into Fusion application. So what I do is I'll click this left bar and I'll navigate to tools, and from tools I'll click schedule job. So I click schedule new process. So the concurrent program to load this particular value is that load interface file for import. So this program, what it will do is that it will basically pick our particular CSV file and it will load into interface file. And we will click or we will attach an interface program. What this program will do is that this program will basically pick the file from the interface table and it will load into base table. So let me select the import program name.
Arun, all data can be loaded by this way, or we have to for AP invoice we can follow the same process. We have to go through a different process
Yeah,
for
AP
AR
invoice also
invoice
we
everything.
can load. So basically it is just a template. So through this template we can load the invoices.
Okay.
Yeah, we
So
will
only thing is
see
like I
each.
have to change this template, but the program, concurrent program and schedule new process, everything will be same.
Yeah, yes. So here we can see that this is the program or the program that will import the transaction from the interface table to the base table. Import segment values and hierarchies.
And this is a UCN, your UCM, right?
Yeah,
Which will
yes.
do a validation. This part,
Yeah,
what you are showing now.
yeah. So the program that will be used by UCM is that load interface file for import. And the program used
Okay.
yeah, the program used to import the transaction from interface to base is that import segment values and hierarchies. So I'm selecting the data file. So if you see here, we will see few data that is already available. So basically, there are two ways of loading it. We can take a manual way of doing it, that is loading only the data file. That is file import or export. So from there we can do it, or directly we can do it. So that is two jobs. So that is the reason I'm selecting directly upload a new file. So I have selected the data file and I have selected the import program. So let me click submit. I'm just refreshing the concurrent program. So if you see here, this is load interface file for import and this is transferring the file. So that is the UCM has started working to move the file to the interface.
Okay, we got a live use case. Program went into error.
DRM field.
What is that error message?
So DRM has basically failed. So just a minute. Not all is fine. Yeah, it is DRM. Okay, let me check once the values. Sometimes this will happen because the tree structure and the data source that is attached with that will have some problem. Basically, I didn't create the structure, only I created the tree and the tree version. So maybe because of that problem. So let me check it if the values have been loaded, or else maybe we will have to check our tree structure. Okay, there is some issue with values basically.
Yeah, if you wanted to check and see later, then we will do that.
Okay, I mean, the issue is nothing. So basically, it has enabled both for the summary and the allow posting. So if this is a summary account, that is parent account, we cannot enable allow posting. So by mistake, I have enabled Y for both the summary and the allow posting.
No, but it was summary was N when you created it. How it became Y? Because I
No,
saw that when it was created, summary plug was N.
yeah, not for specific one. So for
Okay, for few
four
it you
values,
created as. Okay, okay,
yeah, for four values basically. So this is the one. So it
okay.
happened by mistake. So because of this, it has failed.
Now we cannot reload it by changing this.
Yeah, we cannot reload the same file. We will have to update this into different file and we can reload it.
I mean, okay. For example, you tell me now. This is a very good use case. So there are like 4 lines got into error.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
So when you are correcting it, you have to correct only 4 lines and load only 4 lines, or you have to correct 4 lines and load all the let's say if 20 lines are there, or you have to load all the 20 lines.
No, we have to load all 20 lines. The system will reject all the lines. So that
Oh,
is why
system will
we
reject all the lines. Okay, okay, okay. Fine, fine.
so that is why we verified in the values also whether some of the lines has been imported, but system has rejected all the lines.
Okay, fine.
Let me check once again. I think I mean it shouldn't overwrite the last one what we have loaded. So let me check on. Value set, maybe it is case sensitive. Okay, I'll do one thing. Okay, this is in small, so basically we have taken all in caps, so that is the issue. So this time we will not have problem. So I have changed the value set code. Let me try it again.
Okay, and the file should be always in zip format. Huh?
Yeah, yes, always it should be in zip format.
Okay.
So basically system will convert and it will keep in zip format. So it is an automated process only. So we don't need to do anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is all because of this data issue. So the first time when we are loading, there is an value which is marked with both the summary and the posting. So if it is an parent, so we will not allow posting. But whereas while loading the data, we have allowed the posting as well. So that is the problem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got
Yeah,
it.
and the next time it was value set issue. So that is case sensitive.
I think by doing all these things, I sometimes feel data loader is also good only.
Like if we refine all these values, we will not have. So what I have done is
Yeah,
I have just taken from the vision and I'm just
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to load
Understood,
it in.
understood. But the problem is,
Yeah,
see, in future, if we wanted to load some hundreds of data,
yeah,
and instead of user will not be able to view the log and identify what is the issue. They will be always giving to the technical team, right? So
yeah,
this
yes.
cannot be done by a user.
Mm. Yeah, this will be done by the functional consultant basically.
No, but see, I understand. But going forward, once after the implementation is completed, and
Mm.
if there is no functional consultant in a team, uh,
Mm.
like Oracle has implemented and Oracle has given set of principle. So based on
Okay.
that, if user would have might made a mistake of just by instead of capital, they have put a small letter. That's like a case sensitive you told for the value set or for the chart of account name.
Yeah.
So those kind of things they'll not be able to identify now. So
Mm. Yeah.
so those should be raised as a ticket and then get it resolved from Oracle itself. Maybe in future, if there is
Yeah.
no functional consultant in the company, otherwise the operations team can support for these kind of actions.
Yeah.
Still error came.
Yeah, I think data issue. So let me check if it has imported, or else I will show in next class maybe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That we will have to stop in another 10 minutes because I have some work at after 10 minutes. So yeah, if you can show, then we'll show. Otherwise, we'll show it. See it in next class.
Okay. I think the value has overrated. So okay, maybe I'll just check if the values are loaded. If not, maybe we can resume for the next class. I mean that is on Wednesday.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you keep everything ready in the next class.
Okay.
So yeah, you check all these issues and maybe for the other steps also, if you're trying to load something, just try and keep things ready so that we can finish it off faster in the next
Yeah.
class.
The values has been loaded, but the issue is with the tree actually. Tree structure has been overridden, but the values has been imported.
Okay, now in this case, what you have to do? You have to remove these values, or you have to, uh, you know,
No, we don't need to remove this value. So basically, only the issue is maybe I'll just go back to this page, or I'll show you the issue what it is exactly.
okay.
Are you able to see the screen? I mean the notepad?
No, not able to.
Just a minute. Okay. Now you are able to see the screen, right?
Yes, yes, we are able to see.
Yeah. Okay. So if you see here, the issue is not about the values, but the tree code that we are attaching.
Oh,
This has,
yeah, it was saying tree code KK underscore tree is already in use for some other value set.
yeah. So basically, we created this value set and we have loaded initially. So the initial load is used with this KK tree for the first run. And then
Okay,
we used again for the second run where we had this the what do you call the KK ACC. Instead of that, we gave everything in caps basically. So that has overridden. So all we need to do is that only map this particular KK tree with our account code. But the values we don't have any issues. So we can just see if you see here error while processing the hierarchy. It's not about the values. It's about the hierarchy.
okay.
Yeah. So it's only about the tree version and these things. So this is kind of an warning we can take. If we have hierarchy, like if we have the 10th level of or maybe at least 4th level of parent, then we will have to worry about this thing. So where we will
Oh,
have to reload it again. Even system will give the validation. If we have 4th level of the parent and child concept and still if we are loading these values, system will throw an error. But in this case, since we don't have any parent value, system has allow us to import those values.
it's loaded. It is loaded, right? We cannot do remove unless and until we can only end it, but we cannot remove anything, right?
Yes, yes, correct. We cannot remove it.
Hmm. So this implementation, you should be very careful when we are doing this, right?
Yes, the
Because
data
once the
from,
data is created, then the same value cannot be used at all.
yeah. So basically, while loading the values, we should be a bit cautious in terms of checking the parameters like allow posting, allow budgeting, and those things. And the case sensitive, especially for the value set and these things.
Yeah, okay.
But we have loaded the value, so maybe if we wanted to continue, we can continue, or maybe we can catch up in the next class.
Abhishek, what do you say? Can we catch up in the next class or hello, Abhishek? Abhishek, I think you are on mute. Hello,
Abhishek?
Abhishek. No, you unmuted, but unable to hear you.
Yeah, sorry. I guess there was some issue. I was on mute, but then I
Oh,
unmuted. Yeah, tell me, please.
no, Abhishek, we are saying that can we continue in the next class?
Yeah, I understand. There was an error. Like even he tried his best. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
basically we have imported the values. So we can start our ledger configurations. So maybe if you are free, I mean, it's on your convenience. We can start, or maybe we can start Wednesday.
we can start on Wednesday, no, Abhishek, with the ledger configurations.
Yeah, next is Wednesday.
Yeah,
Chalo.
yeah.
Okay,
Bye,
okay.
guys.
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Thank
Bye
you.
then. Bye, 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 bye.